You get the vision, even though you might not get the full effect. Okay. I'm so nervous because I have not filmed a video in ages, but here I am filming a video. And you know what? We just gonna jump right into it. I know y'all probably wonder, Kenneth, where have you been? We'll get to that in a video later on this month or the beginning of March or whenever. We'll get to that, like where I've been at and stuff. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I talk about it. In the case that I do disappear for another month, I said I'm going to leave the girls with a cup full of tea this time. One thing about it, my dating life has always been tea. So let's just jump into the tea, bitch. Okay, in this bag right here, which comes from Rare Beauty. Shout out to Rare Beauty. I got them on the cheeks today. This is a blush I'm wearing today. Shout out to Rare Beauty. This is not a sponsored video, but they sent this in PR, and I'm just using the bag today in this video for this little series we're about to get into. In this bag, there are 5 different stories. So the first story, I'm not looking. I'm just gonna get a piece of paper. I got a piece of paper. I don't know what's on this piece. Put it back. I gotta put that one back. I can't do that one now. I can't do it now. Okay, I can't do that no more. I just looked at the name and I went, girl. The title of that one was Unrequited Love. And I don't feel like coming back on that. No, I do not want to cry nothing today. So we gonna choose a different story. Cause oh my God. Oh no. Okay, what's this one? Oh. This one might get me in trouble. This one not gonna get me in no trouble. Don't want to tell a story. He had me fucked up. Girl, roll the tape, DL Diaries. Let's get into it. So the first story that we are telling, the first one that I pulled, this, I don't know why I'm gonna tell a story time, but on this piece of paper, I wrote down security. Babe. Security, the story. This took place some years ago. This was actually when I had first got to Los Angeles. And when I got to LA, I wasn't really talking to nobody. I believe when I got to Los Angeles, I was just living my best life. I was living my best life, and then I ended up getting kicked out by apartment by choice. Okay? If you know the tea, you know the tea, with the ex-roommates, etc., etc., etc. Everything happens for a reason in life, y'all. Truly, it's truly all about the learning lesson. I just feel like I just feel like everything that I can go say in this video can start some mess somewhere across the board. The apartment, I was out of it. I was in the Airbnb. So I was in this Airbnb for like a month and a half prior to filming a show that I was gonna film that was on YouTube. And then prior to that, I was also gonna move to a different apartment with a friend or whatever. I'm in this Airbnb and I'm all by my lonesome. When you are by your lonesome, sometimes, especially back then, I was the type of person, I need the company of a man. But the problem was I didn't have no man. I didn't have a boyfriend or anything like that. I think I was actually freshly single, or I was freshly out of a situation. This was back in 2017. So I moved to Los Angeles at the beginning of 2017, like March 2017, and I was in this Airbnb in like November, all by my lonesome self. At this point in my career, I was decently popping. You know, this was like my first run with social media. I was decently popping on YouTube and stuff. So I was like decently like known, and the apps were out of question for me. And when I say the apps, I'm talking about the Jack, the Grinder. These were far out of the question. I had my whole phase, etc. I was just done with the app. And I was mostly done with the apps because every time I would get on the apps, it would literally be, oh my gosh, is this really Kenneth? Is this really Kenny? Blah, 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 blah. And I didn't live for that. Like, I didn't like people knowing my tea. And with the apps, I've always been a person where I put my face out there. The reason why I just had to stop doing like hookups and stuff like that a long time ago is because I'm a person, I get emotionally attached. Keep that in mind for any of these videos that I don't even get emotionally attached. because why? I'm a bad bitch, right? What happens is that these niggas, these dudes, okay, they really do get attached. I mean, you got good poom poom, you know how to treat them right, you could have good conversation. All it took was the good conversation, the good poom poom, and everything else. That was just the extra. And niggas got emotionally attached or whatever, which caused me to get attached, because once I feel you getting attached, I'm gonna be attached, because what? I love. So keep that in mind for all these stories, okay? Except this one. So because I didn't do the abs, I had to go about like dating and finding my mans and stuff a different way. Like if it wasn't in person somewhere, in this day and age, men's, they just don't like talking to you in person. Like they will see you in the club and then wait like 2 hours, you home, you done took off your lashes and stuff, you get a DM on Instagram. Don't DM me on Instagram. And a bad bitch comes with perks, and it's not so perks. Where are my perks at? The line of dudes that wanna fuck me is very long. I'm talking about A-list, B-list, C-list, and Z-list. Like I just want somebody to get to know me, you know? But in 2017, I wasn't concerned with getting to know nobody. So I know you're probably wondering, you can't do the apps, your dating pool non-existent. Well, my love, how did you get around and date? Oh, how did you date? At some point during the summer prior to me living in this Airbnb, I remember having a conversation with another friend that was just like me that lived in the LA area, and this friend was talking to said celebrity, okay? And I was like, well, how did that happen? Because I was interested, you know, like why not? What, sure. I said, friend, I said, well, how did that happen? Like, how did y'all start talking? Like, how did that happen? And this friend, they replied, and she said, Craigslist. I said, Craigslist? I said, like, Craigslist? Craigslist? She said, Craigslist. I said, for real, bitch? Like, that's Craigslist? Oh my God, what? Look at the girl. The girls just got excited, bitch, okay? Because I put some girls on. Some girls know too. I just put some girls on, okay? The girls got excited. They paused the video. They typed in Craigslist. I don't know if this is a feature anymore. I actually have not checked whatsoever, but there was a feature on Craigslist. It was like, you know, you could find company. You could find all types of company. And my friend had gave me the ins and outs of how to find company and stuff on Craigslist. Like, you don't want nobody that's creepy, but to get what you're looking for, you have to like really look. She taught me the ins and she taught me the outs, and I knew the ins and outs. I was in the Airbnb alone, bitch. I was on Craigslist. Girl, listen, I didn't have no company in Los Angeles. The company I did have was out of town. I had this other potential company, but I messed that up. I had this other dude slid in my DMs. I messed that up because I was worried about my bag. It was just this one night I was lonely, but you know them nights, you gotta have your pocketbook, especially when you single out here in these streets. I had my pocketbook. Nobody was answering my pocketbook, so I went to Craigslist. I had to ask someone to get my pocketbook, period. So I ran across this one ad. I don't think I uploaded a picture. I just don't see myself doing that, like creating an ad. I might have, don't know. But I don't remember what happened, but I do know I ran across this person, or he ran across me, and we exchanged information somehow through email. We exchanged information through email. We end up exchanging numbers and stuff over email, and from there we start like texting and things like that. I got the pictures from him or whatever, and I didn't know who he was or nothing like that. Like when I had first seen him, I didn't know who he was at all. While I didn't know who he was, I could tell by the pictures he had seen. I could tell that he just wasn't no regular, like, regular nigga. But between the way he was talking to me, okay, don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but the way I do remember he is texting me from an Android, do remember that. But by the way he was talking to me in the pictures, I could tell that he wasn't a regular regular. So I was like, you know, I'm down with this. And even if he was a regular regular, I was down because he was cute. He was cute, he was tall, bitch, he was tall. So he comes over, he arrives, he tells me he's outside. I go downstairs to let him inside the Airbnb or whatever. Bitch, I go downstairs to get the motherfucking Airbnb. Bitch, this nigga is looking over the gate. The Airbnb. The Airbnb that I was in, bitch, like, it wasn't like one of the Airbnbs where they could call you, buzz them up. It wasn't like that. It was an older Airbnb in LA. And I had to go let him in to get come up to where we were, okay? So it was a cute Airbnb, it was older, okay? It was like one of them renovated places. So I had to go down, let him in or whatever, and I go down, this nigga looking over the gate. Now I knew he was tall, but y'all didn't know he was this tall. I'm walking down and all I could think in my head is, God damn, like, God goddamn. It wasn't a goddamn, like, goddamn, he fine. It was a goddamn, like, goddamn, this nigga is big, girl. Like, he's big. I'm talking, I'm 6 foot, almost 6'1", and with me being a taller person, I'm like, you know, I'm like, damn. So I let him in, and he come walking in. I don't even know if I should have revealed this. He walk in with, bitch, I can't say that. I can't say that. Yeah, I put so much emphasis on it. It's like I have to say it out. This man walks in with a limp. He walks in and, you know, he walks in, we hug, and he comes up to my Airbnb. He gets in the Airbnb, we get in the bed, we get to talking. I was actually very surprised of like how much he was like wanting to talk, because I thought this was like a hookup. For God's sakes, I found a man on Craigslist, bitch. What it is, honestly, I think I just had that aura. Like, you cannot just hook up. I'm telling y'all, you cannot just hook up, wham, bam, thank you, man, with me. It's more than that. Like, I don't have to say a word. It's in my energy. It's like I command it. Like, he wasn't trying to whine or dine a bitch, but y'all, he was talking, like, holding a conversation. Like, I knew him. I don't know you. I didn't even know his name. So we get to doing our due diligence or whatever, and you know, I ain't gonna say too much. You know, we keep it PG-13 over here. I'm not gonna say too much, but I will say that he was into it. Like, he was into the doll. Not only was he into the doll, I amazed him. It's an experience. So we get done doing what we're doing, and honestly, it didn't last that long, but it wasn't like bad or nothing. Like, he didn't make like, you know, the top 3 or nothing like that, but it wasn't terrible. You know, it was memorable, I guess. I think I remember it. I'm talking about it, so I have to remember it. After that, we had to see each other like 2 other times. Each time him coming to see me, I never went to go see him or anything like that. He always came to me. I was gagged when I found out who this person was, because this whole time we was messing around, I didn't know who he was. I didn't recognize him or nothing like that, because I just didn't. I didn't care. I think I was more so gagged the way I had found out, and the way I had even, I think, found out his name, girl. Me and one of my friends was sitting down watching concerts, and we get to a particular rapper. The rapper is just the rapping on the stage, and we, you know, really enjoying the rapper, just the rapping, and then all of a sudden I see this nigga pop out of nowhere to move somebody out the way. Bitch, all I could do was drop anything that was on my hand, and I said, not the security. I just screamed, and I just started running around in a circle because I was scared. I didn't know who he was. Bitch, I'm fucking a security guard. I said, no. Not the security guard, bitch. Girl, I was sleeping around with the security guard. With saying that though, this is a very much so like a soft story versus the story it could have been versus the stories I know of personally and things like that. This is very like mild, decaffeinated tea, bitch, okay? But it just gives you an idea of how some of these things be operated, like the different shits, girl. Let's see what the next story is. Let's see what the next story is.
Bro, yes I did, girl. She said, yes you see me in the middle of a conversation? Don't interrupt, bro. I'm gonna have to call you back.